Everyone, how are you doing on this fantastic day? So, we're going to jump right on into things. I am working on being mindful of your time. So, welcome to Black Pen episode 79, where we're going to talk about unimproved versus improved taxes. So, we're going to avoid that sticker shock because a lot of people um, got an increase in their mortgage. And when people explain stuff on the internet, they leave out a lot of details. Because I'm just like, well, why did your house note jump up so high like it did? Well, it was based on unimproved, so the house wasn't even ready. So let me go ahead and introduce myself before we get on into things. My name is Latosca Asberry, and I am a real estate agent in the great state of Texas, and also the author of Home Sweet New Home, a book educating buyers on buying a new construction home. So today we're going to talk about improved versus unimproved taxes. So let's get on into what both of those mean. So unimproved is the land only. So when you first purchase your lot or in the early stages of construction, you are generally taxed only on the land value because the house doesn't technically exist in the tax office records yet. Your tax bill looks deceptively low. So this will go for um, getting your house built from the ground up mostly. So that's who that will be geared to. So the improved tax. So the home is finished. So once the house is finished, the city and the county will perform a new assessment. They aren't just taxing the dirt anymore. They're taxing the house on top of it. This is the improved tax status. The total assessed value of your property will likely skyrocket compared to when you paid during construction. So yes, so according to these two definitions, this is for when the home is being built from the ground up, which is nothing wrong. So don't get scared about that. This is when you want to come in and start asking questions with the builder rep, and you want to come in and ask questions with your chosen lender. So you want to ask those questions because you don't want um, any surprises, because it was one particular builder that is being sued. So you don't hear about it in the news. It's just word around the curb, around these new curbs, that a builder is being sued for that because they didn't disclose that information. And see, that's why I come on here and I do my podcast, because I want to educate you all. Because a lot of these builder reps, and I don't want to talk too loud because I'm inside of one of the offices of a builder, but a lot of these builder reps, you all, they here to sell. They're not here to educate you. So maybe you might find like 1 to 3% of sales agents who will come in and educate you on things, but other than that, you all, they think that you all know once you walk through their front door, you know how the process go, and you know all the hidden things. And in actuality, not a lot of buyers know, especially first time home buyers. They don't know about these taxes. They don't know about HOA. They don't know about going to go get a home inspection. So this one is a really um, quick one today that's talking about taxes, because that's the thing. Because so when you see people on the internet talking about how their mortgage jumped up, it could be one or two things, which what we're talking about now, the improved slash unimproved taxes, which will be the unimproved taxes or their rate has increased because a lot of them are getting these buy down rates. And so, yeah, so when you get the buy down rate, it makes the house note a little bit cheaper in the beginning, but once you start getting past year two, it goes up, year three, it goes up, and then it starts to, then you go into the market rate. I'm gonna say market rate, then you go into the market rate interest. And so that's one of the two things when they were saying, that, oh yeah, my house is so high. I went from paying because I've heard that as well, and actually saw videos as well that they are just saying, hey, my house note went from 1,200 to $2,000. I want to know what happened and blah 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 blah. Yeah, during the pandemic, new construction was the big boys doing new construction. New construction was the big boys. Builders were the big boys during the pandemic, and because it wasn't a bidding war over here, people weren't overbidding. It was either you're gonna take this house. If you don't, we know somebody who's gonna take it. Come with your earnest money deposit. Come with your down payment. Come with your closing costs, or we can help you with the closing costs. And that was pretty much it. And so yes, you all. So if you have anything else that you feel like you want me to discuss, go ahead and put it down in the comments, and I'll be sure to add it to my ever growing list. Let me make sure I covered everything dealing with taxes. The biggest mistake I see is, so let me read you these two things and then I'm gonna let you go. Okay, so the biggest mistake I see new homeowners make is budgeting their monthly escrow payments based on that initial low unimproved tax rate. When the tax office finish catching up, and they always do, your escrow account will have a deflect, and your monthly mortgage payment will jump up significantly. So that's why people went running to the internet, because once they hand you your keys, there's no go back. So once they hand you your keys, you didn't sign all of that paperwork, and they didn't hand you the key. That's a done deal. So that's why people didn't have a choice to run to the internet. And you all, I'm telling you all, the builders are updating their contracts. So I tell you all this all the time. There is no such thing as a secret internet or a secret platform. They see you all and they hear you all, and they take that information and they take it to um, their lawyers, and that gives them the opportunity. Oh, okay, let's upgrade our contracts. And so now some of these contracts, or some of these builders are putting inside of their contracts clauses where you can't go and talk about them on the internet. And that also goes for the real estate agent. So it just depends, um, on which builder does that. But they will probably all adapt to that as well. And that doesn't mean that they're covering up their wrongdoing. Um, they, that it's just a form of, they're protecting themselves. And so, and that's why it's so important, even on this side, the new construction side, you need a real estate agent, because the builder reps is for the builder. I am for you. And no, I'm not a lawyer, and so if you have any questions about the contract, we can go over it. And then if you have additional questions outside of that, I always say consult with a real estate attorney if you don't understand something. And that don't mean that they're gonna go in there and start pulling stuff out of the contract to make accommodations for you. You know, you just have to either abide by the rules or pretty much walk away. And that's why with my clients, um, before we give over any money, I want to see the contract first. I want to see the contract first so we can see what it is that we're getting into. You know, I like to read over the contract and see, you know, what it is that my clients are getting into. And you all, instead of being so happy, which I get it, you know, you get the keys to your own house, you get the piece of the American pie. Read that contract from top to bottom, and now they are putting in their clauses. So I like to call them social media clauses. I don't know. I have to go back and look at the builder contract again to see what the exact name of the uh, clause is called, but they're putting in social media clauses. They are putting in mediation clauses, so you can't go and sue them. So that's another reason why you need a real estate agent on your side, so we can go over um, that builder's contract to see, hey, do you, you know, sure, this house is checked off all the boxes, but what about this builder contract? Because this is a binding contract. So yes, you all, let me get on in here. One of my favorite builder reps, Kirsten, is here, and I want to go in there and greet her before class started. But all right, you all, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day.